All right, Rob Allen and Michael Bonner coming to you live from the desert. That's Palm Desert, California. Mr. Bonner, we've all but wrapped up, my friend, and it was time for us to recap this crazy Honeywell conference and all the good stuff. First and foremost, man, how about the food and the accommodations?
First class.
I thought it was pretty awesome. Did you partake in that fillet they gave us down by a poolside?
I missed that one. I did.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna have to come back and make a golf trip or something out of that, guys trip, and come back and do that because that was good stuff. But Honeywell always does top notch. Did not disappoint this time as well either, and really enjoyed it. We had some really neat breakout sessions. I understand that you got to meet somebody, right? That the lunch breakout session, you got to have lunch with that guy.
Yep, got to have lunch with Clay Anderson. He was an astronaut on the International Space Station. Pretty cool stuff.
And he's from Nebraska. He mentioned that about 5,000 times, right?
Pretty sure he's from Nebraska. Not Wisconsin, but Nebraska. Yep.
And I got pretty lucky. I had the opportunity to speak at the conference, which was a great honor for me. And our keynote speaker for the last night in the awards dinner was Joe Theismann, and that was pretty neat. We played golf, and all of a sudden this guy pulls up on a golf cart and hops out, and I go, "That's Joe Theismann." He walks up and he says, "I'm Joe Theismann." I said, "No kidding." I could tell that from a mile away. And so he ends up playing the rest of the hole with us, and heck of a good golfer. He had hit about a wedge about 150 pin high, 6 feet to the left, drained his birdie putt, and then went to the next hole and drove about 300 yards, and then said, 20 minutes till kickoff. I got to go, boys. That was pretty neat. So
Super impressive. He did all that with his fur coat on.
that's,
Oh, that's Namath. My bad. My bad.
there was actually a lot of people that did that out there. It was pretty funny. So yeah, well, good stuff. So breaking down the meat and potatoes of the conference, I think I'm going to turn it over to you for just a minute about Niagara 4 and kind of what they rolled out. And tell us the good stuff, tell us the not so good stuff, just kind of lay it on us.
Well, yeah, the whole conference was Niagara 4 heavy for sure, but it's good stuff. Very exciting what they're doing with building modeling and tagging and stuff, bringing in what they're doing over at Haystack. It's pretty exciting stuff. I think there's going to be a learning curve with the new licensing model. I think in the end we're all going to complain about it at the beginning and realize it's probably better in the end a year from now. But I'm very excited and can't wait for the new hardware coming out first of next year.
Yeah, that Titan Jace is pretty neat. And I was glad to hear you say that. I was sitting in a couple breakout sessions about the licensing and all that stuff, and I'm going, oh my God, I don't understand licensing too well anyway, as it is, but I'm going, what the heck is this? And at first, of course, I come out to you and you break it down and you told me that it's going to be okay, and I think you patted me on the head and held me tight from it. No, just kidding. So it was, but no, I appreciate that, and knowing that you think it's going to be okay makes me think it's going to be okay. So we actually got a sneak peek of something else. We've actually got the sneak peek in Atlanta, I guess about a couple months ago, but Honeywell's rolling out the LCBS product.
Yep.
And Larry Weber's very passionate about that, and I appreciate that.
For him. Yep.
And so yeah, definitely well received. I think a lot of people at first were going, I don't really know about this, and now it's starting to take shape a little bit better, and I think it's going to work out good. So what's kind of a couple of the high points for the folks at home about LCBS?
I think the biggest thing is the fact that you can scale it up, and it's based on a lawn platform. And some people are wondering why they picked lawn. Well, as far as installation goes, lawn is pretty much the most rock solid bus system out there. I mean, it's a pretty rock solid protocol. Sure, there's some getting used to the snivets and the software side of things, but it's a pretty robust protocol. And the nice thing about that is it's based on lawn. So you start in a small building and the guy wants to use the cloud-based front end, he can do that. And as he grows his building, they've got a migration path to a Jace if they ever get to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. We have so many people that, this day and age, that their customers are asking them for more sophisticated control and things like that. And we have a lot of folks that just pop up and say, hey, I want to do controls. And we're kind of at that, middle ground where we don't really know what product really fits. They may not be ready for, a full-blown building automation system in Jaces and Niagara and that type of stuff. And so the LCBS, now that we have this coming out, I think they said early first quarter 2016.
I think so, yeah.
And the so,
Not Rob said it.
Rob said it. You heard it here first, folks. But I can see that in a couple of our markets down south, where that'll be really huge, something that we can deploy. And then it's good too, because then you have, like you just said, the pathway, the scalability, to go into something else.
It's going to be huge in the rooftop sites and the DX sites and DX cooling and stuff. And it's a very good entry point to get you something that you don't have to go rip out and replace later as you advance your building automation system.
So last thing we didn't see was the BACnet Stryker, but we saw our scorecard for our distribution, and the BACnet Stryker was on there. Do you have anything that I don't know about, or is there something to add?
Start selling them. If they're not available, you better start selling them.
Thought that was kind of neat. We've been asking for that for a really long time. It was on our scorecard for Honeywell to make that happen. I didn't see it rolled out there. I don't know anyone else that had. So, folks at Honeywell, if we're supposed to be selling BACnet Strykers, or where they are, we'd love to sell them. I think it's a great product.
It's an exciting product line that fills a big hole right now, and I think when they do release it, it's going to be a huge success.
Absolutely. Configurable BACnet, VAV controller. I'm sure they'll come out with a CVHU and all that kind of good stuff. So, all right, man. Well, I think that, we covered the conference pretty well. It was obviously very, there's two things they wanted to accomplish. It was Niagara 4 and it was LCBS. They did both of those. Past that, there wasn't a whole lot. But that's actually
BACnet Honeywell thermostat. It's kind of been out there for a while on other channels, but we're finally getting it. It's going to have a lot of pre-can applications. I think that'll be a nice little extra tool in your tool bag to have as a contractor.
I remember that. Yeah, absolutely. I forgot about that. So really cool. Some big stuff this year. So there wasn't a whole lot of little stuff. It was just a couple really big things, and had a lot of fun. And I guess next is Niagara Summit, right?
That's right.
All right, good stuff. Anything else you need to add? I'm good.
I'm good.
We are good, and we are going to look forward to getting back to Atlanta, where it's only 90 degrees and 90% humidity, because that's actually worse than 106.
106 is hot.
106 and 19% humidity. I think I've mentioned that in every interview, but it's worth mentioning because it is hot out here.
Now, dry heat, still heat.
Dry heat, baby. All right, Rob Allen, Michael Bonner, checking out of the desert. Take care.